Hey folks, welcome back to another Paul Mass video, and today we're going to talk about the new holiday Leon and Calyrex Ice Rider, right? Before it drops tonight, later, right, at resets, or morning, wherever, what time it is, in your place when it resets, right? So, I want to say as usual, but I'm not 100% sure, right? But I'm like 90% sure we might still do our usual summon stream when that happens, right? I'm just slightly unsure because I've been having technical issues lately, and hopefully it doesn't happen when reset happens, and we'll be good to go with our usual summoning streams. So we'll see. But yeah, tune into the summoning stream when that happens, right? And also one more thing, for those who are interested in the new Spider-Man movie, a lot of spoilers out there on YouTube, so if you guys do want to make sure you guys, don't get spoiled or whatever, just click the notification bell on, right? So you can jump right into, when the notification drops, click on the notification and it'll bring you right into the video. So you guys won't have to potentially get your spell spoiled on like the YouTube homepage or whatever, right? So good luck avoiding spoilers. So anyways, let's talk about this holiday Leon and Calyrex over here, right? So this unit is good. I don't see enough people talking about this unit, which is kind of mind-boggling because this unit is insanely good, right? I do think it may be because of Luzmine is just so next level that she does kind of steal the spotlight quite a bit, right? But this unit, put it in any other month, very likely could be the best unit in that update, right? He's really fantastic, and we'll look into why, right? So first of all, he is a striker, ice type damage dealer, right? He has, first of all, very high attack, 502 physical attack, right? 222 speed's not the best. And if you look at his main damaging move, it is Glacial Lance. It is an AoE, which generally, you'd think, okay, AoE split damage kind of sucks. However, in this case, AoE is very good for him because of the fact that he has Cold Snap, right? If you're wondering what the heck, who cares, Cold Snap, 30% chance to freeze, it's an AoE freeze. That kind of sucks, right? No, wrong. Reason why this is very good is because this freeze, this AoE does not act like your rock slides where, it flinches units individually on the opponent's side. So you have a very low chance to like flinch the specific unit that you want to flinch because, with rock slide, again, stuff like those AoEs, the chance to flinch the opponent is taken in half as well, right? Just like the damages. However, over here, this acts just like Sing Su Leaves Razor Leaf on the toxic thing, right? Potent Toxin, I think it's called. No, not potent. The poison, whatever passive it's called, right? If you land the poison, it poisons the entire team. It poisons the entire opponent's team, right? As long as you land the hit, and you activate, the poison. In this case, freeze, right? A chance to AoE freeze the team, 30%, which goes even higher if you have his grid. Right, goes up to, I think, 44%. Chance to freeze the opponent's team is huge because there's a lot of units with freeze multipliers in this game that just aren't that useful because freeze is incredibly hard to come by. His freeze is very easy to come by. His freeze is, he's the strongest, he's the best freezer in the game by far, right? Like no one's even close. He's the best freezer in the game by far. On top of that, he is an incredibly powerful damage dealer as well. Incredibly powerful damage dealer. For a number of reasons, right? So if we look at the rest of the kit real quick, right? Dire Hit plus max out crit. You have this for +2 attack, +2 defense, and then you have this to max out speed, right? If you want that. And then the great thing over here is you have Mighty Command 9. So every time you use a trainer move, it gives you physical move up, which is extra 40% damage buff. So you're not losing that much, damage from not attacking when you're buffing, right? So when you're buffing, you're still getting, damage multipliers onto when you actually start attacking, right? So I mean, if you use all 6 of these, which you generally probably shouldn't want to use all 6 of these because you want to you don't want to take 6 turns before you attack, but I guess you can if you really want, I guess, right? So that's what that's an extra 240%, in there, right? For your next Glacial Lance hit. So that's going to be, again, very nice to have. And then you have Victory Flex over here, which gives you the extra +2 if you, for some reason, don't have anyone else to help buff his attack, right? So going into his grid, you have some really, really great things over here. Again, Cold Snap. Another Cold Snap. That's just fantastic, right? Very, very high chance to freeze the entire opponent's team. Because again, there's a lot of really, really nice like freeze multipliers, like Dugong. Free Synergy 8 and 8. You have 2 free Synergy 8s. Again, the big issue over here is that you just didn't have anyone to give you that before, right? Now you do. Now you have someone to give you that reliable freeze, or at least semi-reliable freeze. So like units like Dugong just get, you know, again, very, very good over here. Ice Steam with, like, you know, if you're going Freezer Burner or whatever, right? You also have the, where's the other freeze? There it is. Free Synergy 3, again, gives you that easy freeze multipliers, right? So back to Calyrex. On top of that, in the grid, you also have stuff like Ramming Speed, which is obviously very, very, very nice. You have Sync Freebie is something, I guess, although I don't really know if people are generally going to take that over like Move Gauge Refresh 3 on Glacial Lance. What else do you have? Super Victory. Depends on the stage. Maybe not that bad in 3v9s, but generally 3v3s are not that great. Another Mighty Rush 9, or not another, but another physical move up. You know, this is just after your sync move. I don't think it's that worth it personally, because it's just for like 1 hit, 40% every 3 turns. But yeah, then you got stuff like Invigorating Hail, which is pretty easy. You know, 10% buff. Heavy Hail, extra, you know, damage on your sync move as well, right? Freezer Burner 5, more sync move power-ups. Free Synergy 2, another Freezer Burner, this one's 2, right? So he does have a pretty decent grid as well, right? So if you are trying to go for him, I'd say 1 out of 5 is generally sufficient for what you're trying to do, but obviously he gets most of his... he gets most of his damage stuff at 3 out of 5, right? It's not that his damage at 1 out of 5 is bad. It's still fine, but again, you do get a decent amount of the damage stuff at 3 out of 5. 2 out of 5, you do get Invigorating Hail 1 and Free Synergy 2, so that's, you know, 30% over there, right? And then at 3 out of 5, you get the Ramming Speed, which is obviously the best multiplier on his grid. So I'd say if you are trying to go for him, 1 out of 5, 2 out of 5, and 3 out of 5 are all valid. They're definitely all, you know, really nice gets. I do think he could generally perform most of his duties at 1 out of 5 pretty well. Obviously, the more the better. But I think 1 out of 5 is enough if you are trying to go for him, right? So reason why I do think people are slightly overlooking him. So people might say, okay, you have the freeze thing, big deal, right? He's a striker. I want to see damage. Well, this guy's incredible damage dealer. Incredible damage dealer, right? Like, yeah, this is a 800k damage dealer. There are not that many 800k damage dealers in this game. I want to throw out a guess, and I don't know the exact numbers, but I'm pretty sure there's less than, there's like around like 10, right? 800k damage dealers. Definitely less than 20 800k damage dealers, and Leon is one of them, right? Like, this is just straight up stronger. It's just straight up stronger than units like Diantha, not the new one, but you know. Although he might do more, I think Diantha might do a bit overall. But you know, the old Diantha, Alder, right? These are some other, you know, 4-gauge move users. Hyper Beam Alder does more than that. More than Lance, right? Hyper Beam Lance, Zekrom, right? These are all very, very powerful damage dealers. He does more damage. Again, slight downside being AoE, but with an AoE this strong, you know, if you clear the sides relatively fast, right, it doesn't turn that into much invasion. And again, it's not just the damage, it's also the fact that you could freeze the entire opponent's team and just make them completely, like, immobilized for, like, you know, however many turns, which is going to be also very, very good. I do think he could be very, very good for the upcoming mode, Legendary Gauntlet, where you have to fight multiple legendary arenas in a row, right? Because legendary arenas are very susceptible to being frozen, right? Because at least in master mode, if the opponents are about to attack and then you freeze them, they'll defer to some, generally, you know, they'll defer to some stat buffing moves, and then they'll still keep the sync move countdown going, and then once they sync, they get out of freeze, right? But for legendary arenas, a lot of them are scripted to a T. So if they can't use their specific move, they will still stay frozen. They won't attack you, they won't buff themselves, their sync move countdown won't go down, you just get free turns. So he could potentially be very, very, very powerful in the upcoming legendary gauntlet, right? So that's something else to consider. All right, that being said, should you be spending gems on this banner? Obviously, if you like Leon a lot, if you like the outfit a lot, you know, the answer is sure, go for it, right? If you like Calyrex, whatever. Otherwise, again, it is a seasonal unit, so it is limited. You're getting this once a year, right? Once a year, maybe twice a year if they do one of those like seasonal banner things again. So he will not be coming back too often. So again, that being said, he is definitely a good unit. If you need an ice type, you know, damage deal, if you need something just to completely obliterate ice types, which again, we do have Xmas for free, although he is so much better than Xmas. He's so much better than Xmas, right? Just like straight up like utility wise even, right? Although Xmas is a very, very good utility unit as well, but damage better, utility is much better, all that stuff. So again, I won't, maybe not much better utility wise, but it's just very, very unique. Like Xmas, at least Noble Roar thing, I love that Noble Roar thing. It's very, very good, but there's a lot of units that could do that, right? Leon, however, not a lot of units can freeze as well as he does, not even close, right? So fantastic, fantastic, fantastic unit. I'd say he's worth going for it. However, that being said, Luzamine is still better. So, you know, if you still have a chance to go for Luzamine, and you haven't at least gotten one copy of Luzamine yet, I'd probably prioritize Luzamine first. And two, we could get some crazy stuff in January. So save for at least we see, because this banner goes until the end of the month, I think the 30th, right? We will be getting Datamined info on January stuff before this banner goes away. So just hold your horses, no pun intended, for like a few weeks, right? It's gonna be what, at most 2 weeks, right? Just wait and see first. Wait to see what we get in January 1st. If, you know, if the stuff in January isn't that crazy, right, then sure, just go for Leon, because again, he's that good. If the stuff in January is, we got some, you know, maybe not as Singsu Luzamine level units, because these units are very hard to make them that good, but if we get anything crazy in January, you might want to save for whatever's happening in January, right? So as good as Christmas Leon is, and again, he's fantastic, he's incredibly good, just wait a bit before you summon, right? Because again, I do think he's definitely something that is worth summoning on, but you have to wait. You have to wait. Don't go in immediately. Unless you're a whale and you have, you know, you could buy gems, whatever, then sure, go for it, right? If you don't worry about whatever's coming next month, you could buy just, sure. If you're gonna buy gems, then go ahead. But again, if you're free to play, hold on to your gems just for a few weeks longer, and we'll see what's in January. Then you could decide again, if January stuff is kind of whatever, then you come back and summon on Leon. But again, last year January we got not last year, the year before, right? We got Cynthia and Lance, right? So January, sometimes they throw in some really, really good stuff. Last year, the New Year units, for the time being, I don't think they're as good at right now, but at the time were very, very great units, right? We got stuff like in May not too long afterwards as well. So just hold on to your gems for a bit, right? Again, fantastic unit. But anyways, I, however, will be summoning later on tonight, so stay tuned for that, I guess. Again, I'll let you guys know a few hours in advance if technical stuff is good or not. Again, hopefully it's good, so we could have the summon live stream. So again, stay tuned for that. Again, have notifications on, to A, see the stream when it happens as soon as possible, and B, also to help avoid spoilers on YouTube. So anyways, that's me this one. Hope you all enjoy. Let me guys think in the comments down below. Like and enjoy this video, subscribe to my new channel for some more Poem Masters content. I'll see you guys in the next one.